the Texas Republican Congressman, chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, Kevin Brady. Suck it up. I think that's what he said. Chairman, what do you think?
Neil, look, this new tax law is already helping families and businesses in New York and other high tax states. You know, a typical family of four in Mendham, New Jersey, where you live, will see a tax cut of over $6,000. That means a lot to working families. And already we're seeing millions of Americans who are seeing higher paychecks, new bonuses, better savings plans, and new investments in America because of the tax code. And these are just the early signals. There's more to come.
All right, what he was getting at, what Maria was getting into as well, and we've gotten a good deal ourselves, is that for those in high-tax states who can't write off their state local taxes up to $10,000, they're going to get gouged. He stepped back from it, Jamie Dimon, to say, even if that were the case, and he had some doubts, it would be significant. But net, all good. Do you buy that?
I do, and let me just make this point as well. Look, we've got a lot of governors and mayors who do a really good job across this country keeping tax rates down and becoming efficient. But I have to tell you, in those high tax states, you know, the era of tax to the max is over. The curtain's been pulled back. And I think families and workers in high tax states now see clearly just what a burden and how much of their paychecks are being taken by local officials. And so my advice to these local governments is, look, spend less time evading taxes and try and create new loopholes. Find more time to become efficient and try to lower taxes on families and workers.
Chairman, we saw a different side of the president at the outset, showing clips from that meeting he had with Democratic and Republican leaders on the budget matter, DACA, et cetera. He seemed to be in possession of his faculties there. Nothing like a certain book portrays him to be. What do you think?
I haven't read the book, but that's just silly. Look, anyone who was on the phone in conversations with the president, as I was, repeatedly, in depth, on key parts of tax reform, have to understand this is the president who really gets the economy, understands the burden and complexity of the tax code, and was shaping and continues to shape the work that we're doing. And so I'll just tell you, if everyone had the same experience, and I know these issues pretty well, and so when President Trump's weighing in with me, I'll tell you that's a leader who's engaged and, by the way, delivered for the first time in 31 years a new tax code.
Real quickly, Steve Bannon out at Breitbart. Are you surprised?
Well, I don't know. I haven't followed all that as clearly probably as maybe others have. I'll just tell you this. This president delivered, and I loved working with him every moment. Right. And we're not through yet. I think there's more for the economy we can do.
Chairman, thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Neil.